Hey, how are y'all? For any of y'all that don't know who I am, my name is Matt Rowe. My dad is pastor here at Lake Baptist Church. I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. As far as I can remember, ever since I was born, I grew up in a church. I know everything right and wrong. So all throughout high school, I always want to be a part of the popular crowd. Nobody doesn't like to be liked. So to be a part of that popular crowd, I tried alcohol for the first time. For my freshman year, I got drunk with a few friends, and I didn't think it was too bad. I just did it every once in a while, and I didn't see a problem in doing it every once in a while. But I think one night I had sat down and I was doing my quiet time, and I came across this verse. It's 1 Thessalonians 5:7, and it says, "For those who sleep, sleep at night, and for those who get drunk at night." So after I read that, I was like, well, man, I don't think it's a bad thing. The only time I get drunk is I get drunk at night. So, it says it right here in the Bible. So I didn't think it was too bad of a thing. But I still didn't do it that much throughout high school until I went to college. When I left for college, I had, I was all about, I was wanting to live the college life, or whatever you want to say. So every weekend, I went out and looked for the best parties out there, because I wanted to be a part of the popular crowd and see what the college life was all about. But it just wasn't once a weekend. Every weekend, I would start off on Thursday nights. Me and some guys from the football team at school would pile up in my car, and we'd go to the nearest club, which would probably be around Asheville or Greenville, South Carolina, and we'd all pile up in my car, and we would get drunk on the way up. And I was, I wanted to be the responsible one, so I asked somebody that is old enough to drink in the club if they would drive on the way up, so we would get in trouble for drinking and driving if we did get caught. So I asked one guy if he would drive on the way up, and we would all get hammered on the way up to the club. And maybe when the club ends around 2 or 3, I would sober up and I would drive back. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, I would stay around campus and try to find the best party around, and I would go and get hammered on Friday and Saturday night also. This went on throughout my whole freshman year at school, and I didn't really party because of peer pressure and what guys on the football team trying to force me to do it. I did it because I wanted to have fun and live the college life. Well, after my first year of school, I had decided not to play football anymore, so I decided to try to find another school to transfer to. And one day I was sitting, I think I was messing around with my computer or something, and my dad walks in and asked if he wants to sit down and talk with me. So I said, all right. And he started off by saying, "Son, I'm concerned about you." And anytime your dad says that, it's probably not a good thing. So I was like, oh goodness, what did I do this time? And he said that he's been concerned about me and praying for me, and that somebody, he wouldn't say who, had told him that I had been partying or drinking on campus. And my first thoughts went through my head, well, man, he's got to believe me. I can just lie about it. I'm his son. He would believe my word over anybody's. But I decided to go ahead and say, well, I had done it every once in a while, and I still lied about it, but I felt better telling him that I had at least tried it. And I can't really remember what else he said, because I was so mad and wanted to find this person who ratted me out. And that was the end of that conversation. And even though I had gotten caught, I still wanted to drink and party, so I would just try to be a little more careful about it and not get caught. So I proceeded on with trying to find a school for me. And one of my friends at the school I went to, Brevard College, Brevard baby, yes sir. I wanted to. Me and him had decided, he told me about this college at Myrtle Beach. It's called Coastal Carolina, and we had talked a few times up there, and I had looked it up, and if I got to go down there, we would try to get an apartment together, live off campus or something or whatever. And one day, me and my dad had driven out to the lake to I think get something off the boat or something, and as we pulled up to Marina, he stopped and started talking to me again, and just came out to me and said that I wasn't going to transfer to Coastal Carolina this semester. And at that point, I was pretty mad at two people. Now, I still was mad. I was extremely mad at the person that ratted me out and told on me, and I was really wanting to go find this person and ask them why they did that. Maybe some other stuff, I don't know, and then this time I was mad at my dad for not letting me go. I was wanting to grow up, be out on my own, and make my own decisions, my own mistakes. But that might be the best thing that's ever happened in my life. Maybe about a month later, the youth group had went on the Puerto Rico trip, which if you haven't gone on it, awesome trip. You really think everybody needs to experience the Puerto Rico trip. But one night, we were doing our lesson, and Pastor Mike Owens, which was a pastor at another church, I can't quite remember the name of the church, he spoke one night and started speaking on the fruits of the Spirit. And it talks about how y'all have heard about how good trees give off good fruit and bad trees give off bad fruit, which basically means if you're a Christian, your actions need to be glorifying God, and vice versa. And that kind of hit me hard, because all the partying I did, no matter how much I tried to justify it, it was not glorifying God. And after the Puerto Rico trip, I still struggled a little bit, with all the partying. But the very last party I went to, I felt a conviction that I really had never felt before when I was partying. I felt like, this is not the right thing to do. I'm not glorifying God when I'm doing this. So, that's really all I got to say about, my life. But before I go, I want to say something. I want to send an apology out to my family. First off, I want to apologize to you guys for all the lying that I've done about partying instead of telling you the truth, and really for embarrassing you all the times that I've been out there and doing that. And second off, I want to apologize to you guys, all y'all out there. One of the main reasons why it's hard for Christians to witness to non-believers is because of me. I proclaim to be a Christian, but I go out and party and do the same exact things as they do. So, and it makes, I'm acting no different than what they do. The only difference between me and them is I go to church on Sunday and Wednesdays. That's about it. And instead of being a good example to them, I'm showing them how I'm basically saying to them, it's okay to be a Christian and party at the same time. And all those messages about how you fear, being a Christian, you're being judged by every move you make. I didn't take that into heart till now that, all the people that I went and partied with, I had sent a bad message to them. But instead of being a good influence to them, I was being a bad influence. So if there's any of y'all out there that are struggling or going through the same boat that I did, and you need somebody to talk to or just hang out with, I'll be open arms and y'all can come talk to me anytime.